If you want to make at least $5,000 a month every month as a freelancer, but you are stuck on the income roller coaster, it's probably because you're making some really common mistakes and overcomplicating your business. I'm going to show you the stripped down freelancing strategy that's kept me fully booked for years. It's incredibly simple and any freelancer at any experience level can use it. Before I go any further, I just want to clarify that this is a gig site free zone. So I'm not going to be showing you how to optimize your Fiverr gig or win jobs on Upwork. This is an actual business strategy that does not rely on third-party sites that are going to take a cut of your income just for the pleasure of you being able to spend countless hours searching for jobs on their platform, which has a statistically low chance of happening. So if you are looking for gig site hacks, go somewhere else. But if you want a strategy that is going to put you in the driver's seat of your business and in control of what happens next, let's get to it. I've boiled this whole strategy down to a simple system that I call the ROI Framework. Get it? ROI? It starts with refining your offer so it speaks directly to your ideal client. Then you're going to develop an ongoing service that pays you on repeat every month. Then you'll incentivize loyalty with your clients, encouraging them to stick around month after month after month. So let's start with refining your offer. Your offer is just your service presented to your clients in a way that makes the value immediately clear to them. And this is where a lot of freelancers go wrong. They offer a really generic, broad service, and then they have to work a lot harder to sell it. Let's use virtual assistants as an example. There's a big difference between virtual assistant services and calendar management for busy executives, or listing and showing management for realtors, or operations support for e-commerce founders. Do you see how describing who it's for and getting more specific makes a bigger impact? Specificity is what makes you memorable, and it helps build trust because you're claiming your role as the expert. Here's another way to think of this. Imagine that you are shopping online, you're shopping for a t-shirt, and you find a product page, a product listing, but it doesn't make it clear what the shirt is made out of or how it fits on your body. Maybe there aren't good images of what it looks like on an actual model. And so you just have a lot of questions. And because you have so many questions, you don't feel confident about investing in it. Now compare that to finding a product where you are online, you find this amazing product listing, and it's very clear that the shirt is made from your favorite material. It is perfectly tailored to your body type. There's some models wearing it that have your similar body type, and it's just instantly clear to you that this is the t-shirt that you've been looking for. If you do not clearly spell out what you specialize in and who you help, you are trying to sell that generic t-shirt to your clients, and they are not going to see the value in that. So if you haven't picked a niche and you don't know who your ideal client is, that is your first step. Now, picking a niche, I think, gets way overcomplicated, and I think it is something that you should think about, but it doesn't have to be super complicated. So I developed a really simple framework for figuring out what your most profitable niche is going to be, because I say all the time, what's profitable for you may not be profitable for someone else, and what's profitable for someone else may not be profitable for you, because you have to take these three things into consideration. You have to consider what you're actually good at, your skills, what you actually enjoy, your interests, because if you're going to specialize in something, you better be interested in it. You better not get tired of learning about it because you need to stay motivated. And then you need to figure out what's actually in demand, aka what businesses will actually pay for. And where these three intersect is the niche trifecta. Now, once you've refined your offer and it's speaking to your ideal client, it's time to develop your ongoing service. And this is the secret to stability and consistent income. When you have clients on retainer, they are paying you the same amount every month to do the same work. So you always know how much you're going to be making, what type of work you're going to be doing, and how much you're going to be working. And you really can't underestimate those last two, because while consistent money is good, knowing what you're going to be doing and knowing how much you're going to be working helps you protect your time and energy, and it also allows you to streamline. You can get more efficient at what you're doing so that ultimately you can make more money in less time. Getting more efficient is the only way to scale your business as a solopreneur. And even if your goal is to build your business into an agency, you still need to do it, because if you don't streamline and you don't become efficient now, and you try to scale something that that isn't efficient, well, that's just a bad business move. So you need to ask, how can I turn my service into an ongoing service that my clients are going to want every month? And no matter what you offer, there is a way to turn it into a retainer. If you write blog articles, create a monthly bundle. If you're a graphic designer, find something your clients need on a regular basis, like emails or social media content. If you do website development, offer a monthly maintenance package. If you need help figuring out how to turn your service into a retainer, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you do and I will help you strategize. Now, when you're creating and pricing your retainer, you need to keep your bandwidth and your income goal in mind. If I know I want to make $5,000 a month, then I need to sell two $2,500 a month packages, or if you're feeling ambitious, one $5,000 a month package. If I go with the $1,000 a month package, then I need to make sure that I can handle the workload of 5 clients. And if I offer the $5,000 a month package, I need to make sure that I'm offering that much value. You don't want to go through all that work of getting a client, convincing them to sign, and then them being disappointed because they don't see the value in the service. Now, if the amount of work and your bandwidth and pricing just feels like a big question mark right now because you don't have experience working with clients, that's okay, and that is completely normal. Every freelancer and every business goes through a learning period in the beginning, so as you work with clients, you'll be able to refine this over time. Remember, your goal is to streamline so you can make more money in less time. Ultimately, you never stop dialing in your scope and your workflow and your pricing. And over time, you learn how to price and package in a way that looks really attractive to your ideal clients because you get to know what they need and what they want, but in a way that is still really profitable for you. Now, I want to clarify that just because you're offering a retainer service doesn't mean that's all you do. I do extra projects for my clients all the time. The difference is that I'm not dependent on that project income. It's really just a nice bonus when it comes along. Your retainer is your core offer, and that is what you build your business around. And to get the most out of your retainers, you need to encourage your clients to stick around. So you need to incentivize loyalty. And this is so important because every time you lose a client, you have to do the legwork and go find another one. That is the hamster wheel that most freelancers find themselves on, and it is a huge waste of time and energy. So here is how you incentivize clients to stay with you. First, you need to identify your result timeline. So this is the amount of time that it takes clients to see results from your service. And when I say results, there are 2 types of results. So firstly, there's measurable results. So this is any data. So if you are doing anything related to sales or marketing or business development or anything that touches that, there are going to be data points that you can point to. And then there are perceived results. So maybe there isn't a specific data point that you can look at, but maybe your clients know that they are having less stress, that you're saving them time once you get to a certain point in your service. So whatever that result timeline is, you want to make that the minimum duration of your contract. In my business, this is 3 months. Now, I'm not just putting a 3-month minimum in the contract and sending it over and letting that be a big surprise. I'm actually communicating this to them during my pitch and when we're getting ready to start services. I'm letting them know, hey, 3 months is the first push that we go for because that's what it takes for us to get X result. And that way they're invested in it and they are happy to see that that's what we're starting with. Now, if that 3 months goes well, I am then going to incentivize them to stick around by offering a long-term contract that locks in their rate. So I let them know, hey, I usually raise my prices every 6 months or every year, or I'm about to have a price increase, whatever it may be. And if you want to lock in this rate, you can do that right now. And this is usually for a longer contract of 6 to 12 months. Now, if they just want to do another 3 months, that's fine, but I let them know the price may increase after that 3 months. Another tactic that you can use here, and I only recommend this in certain scenarios, is that you can offer a slightly reduced rate. And I was hesitant to talk about this, but I do think it's worth talking about because I actually have some clients who are being definitely impacted by the economy right now, and they are looking for ways to cut costs. Now, very often when businesses are looking for ways to cut costs, they start shopping around. So if you have a feeling that your clients might be shopping around, I guess even if it's not a tough economic situation, if you just think they might be straying a bit, you can use a small discount, I'm talking like 5%, and offer, hey, if you want to sign a contract for 6 or 12 months, I'll offer this small reduction so that we can make this a sweet deal for both of us. Sometimes it's better to keep an existing client at a slightly reduced reduced rate than to have to do all the work of going out and trying to find a new client who may not be as good of a fit. As the business owner, that's up to you to decide. Another thing you can incentivize your clients to do is to send referrals. I offer a $200 statement credit to any of my clients who send me a referral that signs a contract of 3 months or more. So there's a little tactic you can try if you hit a dry spell. Once you refine your offer, you create your ongoing service, and you incentivize your clients to stick around for the long haul, you have a system that pays you on repeat every month. Now you're probably thinking, okay, Janessa, how do I find clients to pitch my retainer to? First, if you have experience working with clients, you are going to pitch your past clients. Reach out and tell them that you're now offering a service that takes care of their needs every month. This is how you pivot from projects to retainers. I actually did this with a client I wrote 2 blog articles for like 5 or 6 years ago, and I've now been their social media manager for over 3 years. So I know this works. If you don't have experience working with clients or you aren't getting any bites from your warm leads, it's time to start networking. You should be making connections with your ideal clients or people who know your ideal clients on a daily basis. If you're the type of person who loves to go out and network locally and meet people and you know you can meet your clients that way, go for it. But if you're introverted like me or you just want to network from home, focus on group networking. This is where you leverage online groups that are already full of your ideal clients. I'll link a video here with my full group networking strategy. I've tried probably every tactic you can think of to get clients, and I've learned that one good group networking system can replace months of cold outreach. It puts you in front of people who already need what you offer, and it builds your reputation 10 times faster than posting on social media. If you want a steady flow of clients without chasing them, you need to watch this.